Hello again, we are back to Fate Grand Order. Next mission, let's do this, and let's get right to it also. Ooh, another right before the battle. That tune is catchy, in my opinion. The calling card. Everyone knows that a true Phantom Thief should never steal anything without one. However, creating and placing a calling card properly is much more difficult than most think. Speaking of calling card, I'm surprised we don't, unless it's not happened yet, we so far haven't gotten Summer Camilla to help, because that's her whole shtick. The owner of the object to be stolen must have the card brought to their attention, and they must also be certain that comes from a real Phantom Thief. The penmanship on the calling card must also be impeccable, and the card itself should also be written with a poetic flair. You can't exactly send it by post, and you can't just roll up and hand it to the other over in person either. According to one well-known Phantom Thief, the calling card is the most important part of a heist. That one piece of paper contains a Phantom Thief's very essence. That's why I've been trying to come up with a calling card of my own. But I realize there's a little problem. Well, a rather big one, actually. Sounds serious. What is it? Is he like Gene and doesn't know how to write? I'm not actually a Phantom Thief. Okay, that also makes sense. And you're just realizing this now. Huh. That's a very, very big problem. That's like going to build a rocket ship thinking it runs on charcoal. Still, if I'm going to be one now, I'm going to need a calling card and a name. Something tells me Amakusa Shiro Tokisada alone just isn't going to cut it. Especially since I can't imagine it all that well known outside of Japan. What about going the opposite route then? Maybe you could use a name that is widely known outside Japan. Hey, yeah, that can work. What about something like... I've come to steal this round table. King Arthur. Oh yeah, do that. It'd be goddamn hilarious. Well, considering we know Mordred's the opponent, no. All that aside, won't warning them that we plan to steal the Holy Grail only make it harder for us to do so? No, their security is already very tight, so that won't be a problem. If anything, playing this calling card alongside our other plan will only help draw attention away from our movements. Oh, I just had an idea. There's one very famous name we could use that won't bother anyone. Oh, what is it? I'm guessing Lupin? Is someone there again? What's this in my breast pocket? A card? Is something wrong, sir? Take a good look at this. Oops, I had a word. Let's see. A calling card? Moriarty. I shall be coming by for your museum's holy grail. Yours truly, James Moriarty, the Napoleon of crime. No way! It even lists the date and time of the heist. I certainly never thought anyone claiming to be James Moriarty would try to steal the Holy Grail. Get more guards in here. Now. I want double security around the clock. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Could it be that sword from the other day? Or maybe another one? Then again, it could be someone else altogether. Either way, this should be very interesting. I only hope I'll be able to add something valuable to my collection. Where do you get off using my name without permission? This is identity theft, damn it! Surely you of all people aren't going to complain about a little thing like that, are you? Well, at least you make sure you don't screw this up. I have a reputation to maintain, after all. It's okay. I know we can pull this off. As much as I appreciate the effort, Master, coming from a goody two-shoes like you, I'm afraid I find that somewhat less than reassuring. I got the calling card to the Creator, like you asked. Excellent. Then it is time to begin our plan in earnest. You're up first, Jinkei. Got it. Acting's never been one of my strong suits, but I am pretty good at keeping cool under pressure. Good luck. Thanks, Master. Alright, here goes nothing. I wonder what her part of the plan is. Can I help you? Hi there, my name's Lin Jiu. Lin Jiu? I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I have the dagger Jinkei used during his attempt on Qin Shi Huang's life. Wait right here, please. That person has, what's it called? Retail face. Just done with everything. Do I know you from somewhere? I've been to the museum once before. We may have passed by each other then. Do you have this dagger in your possession now? Yep, this is it. Well now. Oh, I wouldn't touch the blade if I were you. I don't think there would still be any poison left on it, but you can't be too careful. Tell me, how does this come into your possession? If it really is over 2,000 years old, then it should be corroded beyond identification. And while it's certainly quite rusty, it is still fairly good condition for its supposed age. It's been in my family for generations. I have a letter from someone who knows its history. It explains what happened. I see. And who is this person? My grandfather? His health has been declining lately, and his English isn't great, so he asked me to come here on our family's behalf. May I see this letter? Of course. Is our enemy the letter? Huh. This'll be interesting. The hardest part of this battle is going to be I've barely used Jinkei, so. Doubt. Okay, I think this isn't going to count as king, but I can lower its defense with quick cards. So 3 turns. Next turn, I guess I should use art. Oh, I didn't see that coming. So I'll try that. Oh, that's a lot of damage. So that was easier than I thought. Lucky. Well, not lucky. It was probably part of the battle mechanics or whatever. Uh, Pardon me if that got through. So what is it you want? Well, I was hoping to lend it to this museum, just for a while. I see. Flashback into what she's supposed to do? Oh, nope. I'm back. Yeah, that was exhausting. Welcome back. So how did it go? Not great. I'd say he was at best hoping I was telling the truth, but he was very, very suspicious. Excellent. Excellent? Honestly, he was scrutinizing everything so closely I thought we were done for. What mattered is that part of him wanted to believe you. The line between doubt and belief is paper thin, you see. A single well-placed ledge, and you can flip them around completely. I'd like you to start by trying to make appointments to see the curator every day. He doesn't even have to agree to meet with you. But when you see him, don't show any interest in the door to the Holy Grail whatsoever. Just pretend it doesn't even exist. Alright, you're our next Voyager and Master. I hope I can do this. Me too. I'm so nervous, my teeth are chattering. Being a boy appraiser sounds tough. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Today, all you have to do is speak passionately about things you already care deeply about. I'll do my best. Likewise. Basically, go there, museum, and dissect the currently on display artifacts and exhibits. Ruler? Probably just another of the same thing. I made a vow when I was first summoned to Chaldea. I told myself I would no longer go about things half-heartedly. I would take everything seriously. Everything. I had to. To do so with both my pride and my responsibility. Besides, I made a promise. Even if we can't understand each other, we can still fight together. I know that very well now. Which is why I take everything I do seriously. Is this Amakusa? He's here! Guten Tag, bonjour, hello, how are you? My deepest apologies for my rudeness yesterday. I had no idea you were Mr. Voyager, the famous boy appraiser. It's okay, I already forgot all about it. I did my best to find every article I could about you after our unfortunate encounter yesterday. I was amazed to learn that you single-handedly uncovered ancient ruins, verified the authenticity of countless famous paintings, and even recreated techniques from a civilization thought to be lost forever. Well, they really piled it on. Do you think they might have laid it on a little too thick? I think we left too thick behind 5 articles ago. May I ask what you think of our exhibits? Well, most of them are genuine, but there are a few counterfeits. I'm not surprised. Counterfeiting has been a problem for museums ever since the first one was built. I don't suppose I could ask you to tell us which ones are the counterfeits, could I? Sure, I don't mind. Let me see. No turning back now. Let's hope he doesn't suspect anything. There. That Japanese sword, the Masamune. Could I take a closer look? Of course, but do be careful. Yep, I knew it. The color of the blade is all wrong. It's probably titanium that's giving it this blue tint. It's very pretty, but it's not the Masamune. I see. I'm so sorry. It was actually the curator who insisted on displaying that katana to test you. Oh, I see. I already knew that, but he doesn't need to know I knew. Good thing we have Jinkei keeping an eye on him. Still, at least now I can see for myself that you do truly have an appraiser's eye. Please, come with me. The curator would like to meet with you in person. Come on, Voyager. Okay, big brother. You're Mr. Voyager's brother? Yep, that's me. Then are you an appraiser too, like your brother? No, I'm just his manager. Oh, I see. He's the best big brother in the whole world. I wonder why he was disappointed. Two better than one kind of thing? Good day. I'm the curator of this museum. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hi, I'm Voyager. I'm Meh. Allow me to get right to the business, Mr. Voyager. How much do you know about Eastern weaponry? A decent amount, I'd say. Come now, don't be so modest. Only a true expert could have picked that fake Masamune out at a glance. Okay, no modesty. I know lots. I see. Well, the reason I asked has to do with the dagger that almost took Qin Shi Huang's life. You have it here? No, not exactly. We have a guest claiming to have the dagger in our possession. My question for you is this. Is it possible that such a dagger could actually still exist today? Ahem. The historical record does suggest King Jinke's dagger was stored in King's treasury after his attempted assassination. So we know that was being kept there even after the fall of the Qin Empire up until the start of the later Han Dynasty. Beyond that point, I would have to do some more research to figure out how it was preserved. That said, if that dagger is the genuine article, I'd like to buy it myself, whatever the price. I think it would be worth every penny. I see. Well, I'm afraid the dagger's owner said she had no wish to sell it. Really? That's too bad. Thank you for your time, Mr. Voyager. If the dagger's owner brings it back again, could I ask you to appraise it? Sure. I want to do some more research first. If my theory is right, then it must have been preserved somewhere nobody would have guessed. I understand, and I look forward to seeing you again once your research is complete. Phew. Do you think he bought it? I don't think he suspected anything. I think he suspected possibly something. Personally, that is. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Good work, team. Thanks, but all I did was stand there. Maybe so, but the curator was still pretty intimidating, right? I've faced worse. Yep, much worse. I guess you have. Well done, you two. Here, I made you some hot chocolate to help you relax. Ooh, my preferred hot drink. Thanks, Anson. Thank you. Alright, I suppose I should report in on my day of pretending to be a doctor too. There weren't many people in for heat exhaustion today, but there were a surprising number who collapsed from anemia. There were also a few who were hit with magical energy near the Holy Grail room, though at least they recovered quickly after a short rest. It sounds like their servants are on high alert then. Good. How is that good? Servants may not wear out physically, but they do wear out mentally. Calling card or not, Keeping your eyes constantly peeled for an enemy who you're not entirely sure will show up at all has got to be exhausting. It also makes tongue-tied. It almost makes me feel sorry for them. That's an exceptionally evil look, Amakusa. I think your inner Moriarty is showing. Really? Ahem, my apologies. Now then, who else has a report to make? Oh, I guess I haven't gone yet either. Just to make extra sure, I don't have to offer to sell the dagger, right? That's right. Selling the dagger would be a business matter, and business relies on trust. And as Lin Ju, you have nothing trustworthy to offer. But won't they find it strange that I'm asking them to hold on to the dagger rather than buy it? Yes, they will. But there's no such thing as a perfect being in this world. Particularly for us humans, our emotions and eccentricities are a key part of what makes us, well, human. Now they suspect you're keeping something secret, they'll try to figure out what that secret is. And whether they find it, and whatever they find, will be the truth as far as they are concerned. We humans need convincing before we can commit to a decision. In that sense, trust and doubt are two sides of the same coin. The more we doubt something, the more convincing we find it when we learn the truth. So please, continue to be enigmatic. Got it. So now it's his turn. Yes, it is. It was something of a rush job, but I think it should do the trick. Our backup is Watanabe no Suna, the only servant I currently don't have. I don't know much about his character, so I'm not sure how to... I'll just be normal. This is Watanabe no Suna. I'm all set. Get ready whenever you're... Go ahead whenever you're ready, Lady Mash. Understood. Initiating simulation now. Yeah, I'm unsure of him because I haven't even started High Ko yet. Yeah. So I don't even know what his moveset is. Because I didn't roll for him either. Is Amakusa? Oops. Buster, C-Star, Critical Strength. Apply Evade, increase Arts, and increase MP gain. Increase Buster, and apply Sure Hit. Okay, so... this? Well, that didn't do much. What? Okay. Were we supposed to do something? Or just waste a turn? Alright, this should work. I must say, that turned out to be quite the close call. God in heaven, please tell me, did I do something to deserve this? I mean, I can think of a few things, but still. If you know what you may have done, then I suggest you make your peace with it. In the meantime, I thank you for your assistance, Lord Shakespeare. Oh, that's who it is. You're quite welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm about to collapse from exhaustion. Good night. Well, I suppose I have no choice. I'm sure he'll wake up eventually, once I toss him in his study. I dare say, can you carry me a bit more gingerly? Would you rather I carried you by the scruff of your neck like a cat? I have reconsidered. This is perfectly fine. So he's going to pretend to be Shiro? Oh, and with that, we do know that he isn't our opponent, Caster. I think that says "Do not touch the Holy Grail" in French. No, wait, there's no "na", so... Or is "pa" the "no"? It's been a while since I talked French. Life is like a lot of things. It's like cards, video games, building blocks, marathons. Take a random sample of people, no matter how many, and while they may seem alike in some ways, you'll find they all approach life differently. For example, my life is like a phantom thief. Or at least, it might be. Okay, we have an hour to go until the museum closes. Which makes it 2 hours till the time the calling card said I would steal the grail. Sansa is already standing by on site. Are the rest of you ready? Of course. Me too. All good here. How did the thing with Shakespeare go? No issues to speak of. Well, apart from him complaining about having to practice in a sudden double death match. Participate, not practice. I'll bring him a souvenir to make it up for him then. I'm sure he'd be thrilled to receive a counterfeit of his own work. You sure about this? I've never been good at holding back. All I can do is trust in my sword. All I can do is trust in my sword and cut down my opponents. Yes, that's fine. In fact, that's exactly what I want. By all means, hold nothing back. One good swing. Understood. Alright, Voyager and Master. We're up first. Let's go. Roger that. Hey, boss. I thought I told you to stay at your post. No, I'm stepping away for a sec, right? Besides, I got something to tell you. Oh? You know that Phantom Thief Moriarty? The one who sent a calling card? Ah, yes. It said he would come today, didn't it? Well, he said it here now. I just sensed him. I see. Then I'd like to you to go welcome him, if you know what I mean. You're not my master? I don't gotta listen to you. Then don't. Huh? You don't have anything to do in that case, but if you don't mind being bored, that's fine with me. If you prefer to leave your post, please let me know so I may prepare to fight in your stead. Don't get your panties in a twist. I was just kidding. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Battlesuit Modred. Anyway, just so you know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up killing him this time. Do as you like. I have no right to stop you. Alright, don't mind if I do then. Besides, just standing around, keeping watch is boring as shit anyway. He can't even fight anymore though. Maybe his companions will pick up the slack. Could I speak with you for a moment, sir? Alright, come in. Thank you. Don't mind them. Now what is it? Oh, right. Mr. Voyager is here to see you. He said he's completed his research, and he thinks he should be able to appraise the dagger. I see. What about Lin Jiyu? Where is she now? She's in the waiting room, hoping to see you as usual. Although... Yes? Well, she was a bit more agitated to see you today than usual. She kept asking me where you were, and when she might be able to meet with you. You having some lady troubles, big guy? No. What do you make of it? I think she wants to sell the dagger after all. I definitely got the impression she's in serious need of money. Then why won't she put the dagger up for auction? Right, I had the same thought. If she's that agitated, then there must be something keeping her from auctioning it. I don't know if that something is a lack of time or something else, but... Already bored. Mordred out. Alright, do take care of the Holy Grail, please. Then just as I thought, there is something to that dagger. You might be a counterfeit. If it were, she would have brought something a little more convincing. Counterfeit paintings are typically Vermeers, Van Goghs, and Picassos. With poetry, you tend to see counterfeits from the Emperor of China's Southern Song dynasty. But to claim that a rusty old dagger like that was used in the attempted assassination of Qin Shi Huang, there must be a hell of a story behind it, counterfeit or not. Alright, I'll go meet Mr. Voyager first. Good day, sir. Hello. Thank you for coming, Mr. Voyager. Shall we adjourn to my office? Actually, before we get to that... Are you the curator of this museum? Yes, I am. And who might you be? My name is Watanabe. I'm here on behalf of Japan's Imperial Household Agency. Tell me, is a woman calling herself Lin Jiyu here? She is, isn't she? Then I'd like you to bring her here. We've only just met, and you're already making demands. Now, what I would expect from a Japanese officer. I apologize for my bluntness, but I'm afraid the situation is more precarious than it may seem. What situation is that? She's suspected of selling priceless artifacts, which she illegally obtained from Japan's Shoshu treasury. I'm here to investigate those suspicions. I see. This is quite a development. Mr. Voyager, I trust you're here about the matter we discussed previously. That's right. Did you want to talk about it here? No. Let's adjourn to my office. Okay. I'm afraid I can't be any of help to you, Mr. Watanabe. Yes, Miss Lin did pay our museum a visit a few days ago. But I'm afraid I haven't seen her since. Technically not a lie. I believe she said she was staying in one of the nearby hotels. Perhaps you'll find her there? I've already searched every hotel in the area. Still, I can see you're busy right now, so I'll peruse the museum in the meantime. Now, if you'll excuse me... That was close. Huh. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. Right, of course you don't. Come, let's be on our way. I see. So if what you've told me is correct, then the dagger may actually be... Yes, I think it's almost certainly genuine. According to the boy appraiser, the dagger Jinkei used in the attempt on Qin Shi Huang's life is confirmed to have been stored in the treasury at Zhanyang, the capital of the Qin dynasty. The problem is, what happened to it afterwards? In the years that followed, Zhanyang, the land known as Chang'an, experienced a great deal of tumult. First, it was razed to the ground and plundered by Zhang Yu during the Chu-Han contention. Then it was plunged into war again when Liu Bang renewed his efforts to wrest control of China from Zhang Yu. Eventually, Liu Bang succeeded and named Chang'an the capital of the newly formed Han dynasty. This is where further concrete record of Jin Kangkei's dagger seems to disappear. After the Han dynasty ended, the Jin dynasty was formed in its place, only to soon fall to ruin, thanks to the Red Eyebrows revolt. The Red Eyebrows made off with every precious item in Chang'an's vault, most of them to never be seen again. From then on, throughout the later Han, Three Kingdoms Wei period, Jin dynasties, There remains no surviving mention of Jinkei's dagger. But then, during the Sui dynasty, it resurfaced. In the third year of Da Ye, Emperor Yang, the infamous tyrant of the Sui dynasty, left his capital city of Luoyang to take a trip to Chang'an. During his trip, the family that lived in Chang'an for generations presented him with a dagger they claimed had once belonged to none other than Jinkei. And this is the old document I tracked down that proves it. Mr. Voyager then took out a photograph of a wooden parchment that had been excavated near Chang'an. It did indeed say that dagger, said to belong to Jinkei, had been presented to Emperor Yang during his visit. But then all mention of the dagger once again vanished from the historical record. And there exists no record of it ever being discovered anywhere in Chinese history. No matter how much Mr. Voyager searched, it was as if the dagger had simply disappeared after entering Emperor Yang's possession. Even the histories taken from his recently discovered grave made no mention of it. So I decided to approach it from a different angle. Japan, then referred to as the nation of Wa, one of the nations which engaged in trade with the Sui dynasty. However, a problem arose with Emperor Yang during their second embassy expedition. From the Child of Heaven, from the land of the rising sun, to the Child of Heaven, from the land of the setting sun, I pray that your journey home is safe and uneventful. Such were the words in the letter from the Japanese ruler to Emperor Yang. Theories abound as to what might have ignited the Emperor's anger. One says he took offense at the title, Child of Heaven, being used for someone other than himself. Another that he thought the phrases rising sun and setting sun made it seem as though Sui was being looked down upon. Whatever the case, history is clear about one thing. Emperor Yang was absolutely furious. Yet despite his anger, the two nations continued to trade and interact. According to Mr. Voyager, there is indeed a record of Emperor Yang presenting the Japanese ambassador with some manner of gift during their second embassy expedition. But could that gift truly have been something as precious as one of China's national treasures? It may seem unusual, but considered from the Emperor's perspective, it makes perfect sense. The dagger had bested numerous challenges to come within centimeters of Qin Shi Huang's throat. Given that it nearly succeeded in assassinating a former emperor, the current one was none too pleased to possess it. Yet it was also too valuable to simply discard or destroy. Not to mention that either option would require publicly explaining his reasons for doing so. Could the Emperor truly trust his subordinates with such a thing? Could he have trusted them to take a dagger, which came perilously close to entering the first Emperor of China's life, and actually destroy it? In the worst case, they might even find themselves entranced by the dagger and decide to turn it against him. So I think that's why he chose to part with it like this. It would have been safely disposed of something. It would have safely disposed of something he didn't want and couldn't destroy, and it would also serve as a type of revenge. So then, how did Japan react? The ambassador must have known the Sui Emperor was furious, yet he had still been given a precious treasure. He may not have known the dagger's story, but he must have known it had a sordid past. But all the same, he couldn't simply discard it either. It was still a gift from a valuable trade ally after all. So the ambassador had no choice but to reserve the dagger carefully and take it back to Japan. Japan? Uh-huh. As proof, Mr. Voyager then took out several more photos and documents. One of them was an ambassador's report from the second expedition, which described what took place in Sui, China. According to the report, the Emperor of Sui had called for a meeting with the Japanese delegation, though he had been apoplectic only one day prior. Though they thought the Emperor was going to have them put to death, but instead he smiled and gave them several valuable items from his treasury. However, the envoy who wrote the report found it strange. While he could accept that the Emperor may have had a change of heart, he couldn't help but notice the look of relief that crossed his face, as though a great weight has been lifted from his shoulders. So are you saying Jin Ke's dagger left China in the time of the Sui dynasty, made its way to Japan, and was eventually placed in the Shosun treasury about 150 years later? However, since the record of offering only referred to it as a short sword, right, I couldn't find conclusive evidence that it was actually Jin Kei's dagger. But given the Shosun's history, I think it's very possible it could be. Yep. This is the curator. Tell Linjiu I'll see her now. Oof. Finally. It feels like I've been waiting forever. I apologize for the wait. Now about that dagger. Yes? Let me get straight to the point. Will you sell it to us? What? That is what you were ultimately after, isn't it? A man named Watanabe is here looking for you on behalf of Japan's Imperial Household Agency. I assume you would rather avoid him if possible? Well... Don't worry, I'm prepared to offer you a fair deal. I've taken the liberty of putting a number to that. Alright, I'll sell it to you. Excellent, then let's... Attention all visitors. The museum will soon be closing. Thank you for coming. We hope to see you again soon. Sir, that Watanabe guy is still here. Leave him be. Just don't let him come in here. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Lin, if you could donate the dagger to us. Donate, but that's not... Don't worry, you'll still be fully compensated. But for our purposes, we would like to remain a benevolent third party. I see. I don't get it. Where did donating thing come from? A museum can't buy an item it's stolen. It's unethical. But if they bought it without knowing that, then they can't be held responsible. We know nothing about where this sticker came from, and you never told us anything. I assume that's acceptable? Alright. I'll trust you. Here it is. Mr. Voyager, you'd be so kind. Okay. Time skip. It's okay if I start with Japan's Embassy Expeditions to Sweet China, right? Yes, that's fine. Big brother, could you give me my tools, please? Here you go, Voyager. Thanks. Well? It's the real thing. No mistake. The age of rust, the makeup of the poison, there are several factors that indicate its identity, but the one that clinched it is its styling. Wait, what? Clinched it is its... yeah, okay. I nodded in firm agreement. This is the savage wolf fang that nearly pierced Qin Shi Huang's throat. Of course, there would still be something eerie about it, even if age had clearly taken its toll. So do you agree that's genuine, yes? Then... Indeed. Here's your check. But first I'd like you to sign this contract. It's a contract that states you donated the dagger to us willingly, and that you forfeit all future claim to it. And this is the dagger's history as you described it. Some details have been changed, of course. Here, the dagger has been a secret family heirloom of yours for generations. I understand. And here's your appraisal fee, Mr. Voyager. Isn't this too much? Consider it a little incentive to keep this transaction just between us. Well, okay. I guess that's just how it has to be. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, then. The only item appraised here was Achilles' shield. I appreciate your help with that very much. Is something wrong? Mr. Curator? Did you know that shield was a counterfeit when you put it on display? Of course not. That can't be an easy way to live. You wish to see me, sir? I did. I'd like you to put this dagger upon display immediately. It's the dagger Jin Ke used in his attempted assassination of Qin Shi Huang. Understood. Where shall I display it? Let's make it exhibit room 3. It would draw too much attention in room 1. Understood. No, wait. I actually remembered that calling card business. I'll take it there myself, along with some of the security detail. If you run to Mr. Watanabe, I want you to stall him for as long as you can. We can't have him seizing it by force after coming this far. Understood. Say, since my brother and I are already here, would it be okay if we came along and watched you put it on display? Yes, that should be fine. You hear that, Voyager? That's great. Uh-huh. Okay, we're all done here. I think I'd better get going. Quad A is here, sir. Good, let's go. Put it in that case, please. Yes, sir. Are you three still there? Sure are. Who are these guys? It's alright, they're with me. Now what about the Phantom Thief? Yeah, he's still headed this way. He ought to be here any moment now. Mr. Curator? The hell? What's Kid doing here? He's been assisting with our acquisition of this dagger. Don't worry about him. Hello. Man, this is really throwing me off. Now then, it's 1 hour past closing time. The Phantom Thief will supposedly be here soon. Alright, you working stiff? Get out of here. Yeah, I'm coming. Ooh, does that mean it's my turn too? You shut up. Okie dokie. Maybe Mephistophiles? Okay, boss, go ahead and lock the case. Alright. Sir! What are you doing? I thought I told you to keep that door shut. I'm sorry, sir, but I tried, but Mr. Watanabe... Pardon me. Phew, take it easy, will you? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Watanabe? I'll thank you for to refrain from roughhousing my museum. Lin Jiu just confessed that she sold you a dagger. You mean this dagger? Yes, now please hand it over so I can return it to where it belongs. Where it belongs? Now that's a strange thing to say. What was that? First of all, Miss Lian didn't sell us this dagger. She donated it. According to her, it's the very dagger used in the attempted assassination of Qin Shi Huang. That's right. May I ask why that's relevant? Why would a dagger like that have been kept in Japan? Surely you would expect to find an artifact like that in its home country of China, no? If a dagger as valuable as this had made its way to Japan at some point, there would surely be some record of it. And yet, as far as I'm aware, no such record exists. If you can't prove that this dagger was being kept at the Shothun treasury, then I can simply not take you at your word. Never mind that shit now, big shot. He's here. Damn it, of all times. So he's just waltzing in through the front door, huh? Some phantom thief he is. Hey, where's the working stiff? I do have a name, you know. But, whatever. It's not important. Anywho, let's kill him. What the? Firstly, a true phantom thief must be a lady and or gentleman. Secondly, a true phantom thief must always be elegant in every action. And thirdly, a true phantom thief never gives up. And so this elegant gentleman and lady has persisted in coming here tonight to take the Holy Grail. It is I, Phantom Thief Moriarty. Yeah, I'm not seeing the whole lady thing. Also, aren't you Japanese? Well, yes, I am. I suppose there's not much point in properly introducing myself now, but my true name is Amakusa Shiro Tokisada. Really? No kidding. Damn, this is actually kinda hard to believe. Can I ask you something? Were you always a phantom thief? That's a ridiculous question to ask at this time. Only my circumstances. Yes, that's me. Amakusa Shiro Tokisada, phantom thief by circumstance. Oh, gotcha. I'll say this for the guy. At least he's entertaining. Doesn't look like he'll put up much of a fight, though. Okay, time to cut this punk thief down to size. Don't you mean phantom thief? Ah, I know what I said. Quit looking at me like that, or I'll clear into your ass. At any rate, as a phantom thief, I'm afraid I won't be taking part in any battles today. I've only come to steal the Grail. Is that so? Well, too bad for you, cause you're not stealing anything. Whoa there. Damn. Stand still, will ya? This is all getting out of hand. Please get out of here, Mr. Voyager, Mr. Watanabe. Or Mr. Watanabe, I'd still like to talk to you about... What was that? I just sensed a surge of magical energy. There's servants here beside Amakusa. No, wait. Hang on, this can't be right. I don't know if they were using presence concealment or some kind of magecraft or what, but I just realized something stupidly obvious. This whole room is chock freaking full of servants. I'll take care of this. Huh? Rinbyo to sha kai jin retsu zai zen. Mr. Mount Ue, Bodhi Oni Slayer. What the? Mr. Watanabe? Watanabe, that intense Swordfighter's aura. No way. Is that Watanabe no Suna? Suna? You've never heard of him? Watanabe no Suna is the greatest monster slayer, Oni Slayer in Japan's history. It's a bit embarrassing hearing that said out loud. As you can see, just because I can kill one Oni doesn't mean I'm well suited for fighting people. Hey boss. Yes? What's the deal with this guy? Is he an enemy? An ally? What? He's... I don't know what to make of it. I understand this man claimed to have come from Japan was a servant. But instead of attacking us, he went after the Phantom Thief. As a servant, I thought he'd be allied with the thief. But if he was, why would he attack his ally? I didn't know what to make of it. I was so confused my head felt like it was spinning. And so I didn't realize until it was too late that the confusion itself must have been what the Phantom Thief was hoping for. Either way, now that he cut down the thief guy, does that mean our job here is done? There's still the matter of Mr. Watanabe. For the moment I brought a doctor! Huh? What are you talking about? I mean, I'm sure the thief there would appreciate a doctor's help, but... It's true. Doctors are very important. Let me see the patient. I'll do whatever I can to help. Who are you? A new hire? We don't need a doctor here. Get out! No, wait. Why are you dressed like that? Are you really a doctor? Yes, I am. The doctor whose spell has apparently worn off. Oh, good damn it, not you too! Another servant? Why couldn't I tell by looking at him? In fact, my magecraft disguise for that. So then, does that mean... Me? Yep, I'm a servant too, of course. The curator there did seem to notice I was here while I was concealing my presence. But I guess he never did catch on that I was also the woman who came to see him about a historic dagger. God, what the hell? Where'd all these goddamn servants come from? Where were you hiding all this time? How come we didn't notice sooner? You all looked like a bunch of regular humans until just now. Don't worry, security guard. Your eyes weren't playing trick on you. Our disguises were just that good. On that note, let me introduce myself. I'm not really Lin Jiu. My true name is Jin Kei. I'm an assassin with a poisoned fang who left on a journey from which he did not return. Sorry for tricking you all. Oh, come on. So you pawned off your own dagger off on us? Then you mean that dagger's the real It's sure not a fake. It's as real as they come. That said... Well, it's not a relic meant for display. I'm still using it for killing even now. I can't believe it. No, wait. Mr. Voyer, don't tell me. Uh-huh. I'm a servant too. Sorry for tricking you. Hey, you're not a servant too, are you? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Just have to go for the taunting answer. Go for it. Give me a break. Up until now, I thought I had a pretty good eye for telling servants apart from regular people. Don't worry, Organ Stiff. That guy might not be right in the head, but he's 100% human. You can't trust my intuition on that one. Thanks, Mo. Man, I figured there were more of you, but I had no idea there'd be this many. What the... So this is all of you, right? Thanks for lining your heads up nice and neat for us. Now we can chop them all off at... What? Something wrong? They got us. Huh? Well, I'll be damned. I guess that's what all this nonsense was building up to. The hell are you talking about? Take a look at the case. The case? Huh? What the? Whoa. When the hell did that happen? Cases be supposed to be super tough, right? Of course. Not even you or I could break it unless we hit it with something powerful. But we did see a powerful attack here just a moment ago, remember? You. Yes, it was me. Though I honestly didn't know if it would work. I can't take the credit. That goes to the great European wordsmith. Ooh, they had Shakespeare and Hanson Noble Phantasm? What is it, playwright? I haven't heard half as many bobs from you today as I'm used to. I knew I might be in for a few rush jobs when I first summoned as a servant, but I never dreamed I would be one day asked to come up with a script that would allow someone to cut through inanimate objects without harming living beings, and to deliver it within a day, no less. I see, that does sound quite the task. You didn't fail, did you? Ha, don't be absurd. But to quote myself, so quick bright things come to confusion. Lamentably, I only managed to create a phantasmal strike that would work but one time. I'm truly exhausted. I don't blame you. That certainly is an unusual request. I wonder what our master wished to cut fit. But who is their caster? How is that even possible? How could anyone cut through the case protecting the Holy Grail without harming the person standing in front of it? Mordred and I could never pull it off, but they obviously figured out a way to make that impossible possible. Make the impossible possible. That is what servants do, I suppose. I don't know who I'm more impressed with, the Watanabe guy or the Phantom Thief who stood there and took his attack. Huh? Come on, you could tell Watanabe there was seriously trying to kill the guy, right? That's why we didn't even notice the thief. There ain't many servants out there who could brush off an attack like that. If they didn't just die, they'd definitely be knocked out of the mission. Hell, some of them might even outright disappear. Yeah, I guess that's true. The thief must have taken advantage of one moment when none of us were paying him any attention. So what do we do now, sir? Fighting these servants now isn't going to bring the Holy Grail back. I suppose you're right. It seems we've been outmatched. Hang on, this might not be over just yet. What do you mean? It looks like that caster bastard's gone after him. Maybe we still got a chance after all. Alright, let's go. One moment, please. What? Since it seems this battle will decide how things end, do you mind if we go without you? Go with you? Of course we mind. Why would you even ask? You're not going to help him, just me. Oh, wait, wrong one. Really? You're the only one who's going to help him? Do what you want. So who is the caster? Alright, come out where I can see you. I was where it is meant to be. Very well. Then, hello, good day, and all that jazz. Ah, Isabel, I see. So was you, Mephistopheles. Oh, you know who I am? I know that you and Chikalia, at least, will get along quite well. Really? You don't seem like the merry sort I usually befriend. Then again, I suppose that outfit of yours says otherwise. Ha ha ha. I doubt you are going to let me get away, so I suppose we have no choice but to fight. Then what are you going to do? Don't you have your belly to fight taken? Oh, you have it back now. Since it was the Holy Grail that took my belly away in the first place, it makes sense that I could use it to restore them. Though I can't say I like the idea of phantom thieves fighting. It's usually not our thing. I may be willing to let you go, depending on your motive. The devilish grin of yours would seem to suggest otherwise. This medium's creator has a truly wonderful motive for keeping that Holy Grail, you see? I'm a reasonable little jester. For reasons that are more interesting, I'm willing to change my mind. As a point of reference, may I ask what the cult curator's motive might be? It's not simply collecting for the sake of collecting, is it? Of course not. Oh, this museum's curator. Man, he's a lot faster than I would have guessed. Why did you follow me? You must know it could get dangerous. As a master, I figure I'm obligated to see this through to the end. I see. Now I understand. That definitely does make sense. I'm afraid no, our simple wish pales in comparison. Oh, and what is that wish? To save the world. No more, no less. Simple, right? And you say there's no self-interest involved in that wish whatsoever? What do you think, Master? Huh? Do you think our wish to save the world is a selfish one? Yeah, I do. Well now, just like that, huh? Oh ho! I'm only trying to save the world because I want to try. I'm doing this because I don't want to simply watch things happen. That certainly is an interesting answer, but it's not one I could enjoy unless I stuck around for a long time. So I'm afraid I'll have to stick with the curator this time. Sorry about that, Master of Chaldea. Shall we then? Oh yes, we shall. This should be fun. The flamboyant phantom thief versus the most fearful jester. Now then, are you ready to begin? How about you, Master? Are you ready? Then without further ado, I am Amakusa Shiotaki Soda, the Phantom Thief. Now as a servant, I am prepared to make my way through whatever obstacles lie ahead of me. And I'm not leaving without this Holy Grail. Ooh, that was a lot of talking. Knew it. Fatal Battle, 1 of 1. That's a lot of buffs. Permanent except for Amakusa's Noble Phantasm. Basically, we just want to increase our gauge as possible. Okay, there we go. Buster Chain. And there we go. We are back. Last part. Let's do this. There wasn't that much slapstick. Slight misleading? Got you. Oh, I guess you win this one. What a shame. What a pity. Phew, he put up quite a fight. Anyway, now that that's taken care of, I'll be leaving with the Holy Grail. What do you want to do, boss? We could probably get it back if we both rush him. Don't bother, the Holy Grail's already been taken out of the museum. Huh? It's been stolen. I have to accept that. It's only fair, seeing as I once stole it myself. Huh? You stole that Holy Grail? I did. That's why I always told myself that I would let it go if it was ever stolen from me. Thank you. Tell me, what are you going to use it for? This Holy Grail contains a vast amount of magical energy. It could probably let us do just about anything Magecraft is capable of. But I'm afraid it's not quite enough when you have a world that needs saving. So you want to save the world? I can't say that's a very inspired choice. You, on the other hand, want to collect every artifact of every hero that has existed, so that you could raise the heroes of tomorrow. The heroes of tomorrow? It's a more modest wish than it may sound. Every time a nation changes, or an era comes to an end, heroes disappear, and their relics are lost to time. I only want to stop that from happening, preserve their mementos, display them, and pass them on to future generations. For ordinary people like us, heroes are the stuff of dreams. They are the light that gives us hope. That's why you want to collect them, even if they happen to be national treasures that belong to other countries. You were willing to give everything you had for this dream, even if it ended up causing problems abroad. Of course. Why? Why would you go so as far for that? Sure, there's a certain romance in those artifacts, but still. Heroes can't save people just by being heroes. That alone simply isn't enough. Huh? We need to see their former possessions for ourselves to know that they were real. To know that they weren't legends or fairy tales, but real, breathing, flesh and blood people. Without that knowledge, our admiration for them can only take us so far. The only thing that truly inspires people to become heroes themselves is seeing that other heroes really existed. I've seen that happen time and time again. I've seen how brightly the remains of heroes gone by shine the eyes of the people of today. I see. Now I understand. You aren't human, and you're not a ghost or spirit either. You're a concept that used the Holy Grail to assume a physical form. Say, for instance, the concept of a museum, of the museum. Wait, you were the museum? Can't say I saw this one coming. Yes, that is right. I am the nameless curator of this museum, and the very concept of museum curators everywhere. So kind of like nursery rhyme, but museums. Museums are meant to display things someone found beautiful or inspiring. And they're meant to do so in a manner that allows everyone to see them. A painting one museum puts on display might directly inspire the next generation's artists. A sculpture in another museum may inspire another budding artist to strike out into an entirely different field. So the artifacts I've collected here may just end up creating the heroes of tomorrow. That is my wish and this museum's true essence. But it seems its time has come to an end. Ooh, nice choice. Well, interesting choice of sprite change. Curator? Looks like I no longer maintain human form either. Well, that's a shame. A shame? If you truly think so, then would you consider leaving the Holy Grail here with me? Without it, every work of art in this museum will disappear, and myself along with them. A concept with a grafted-on personality like myself can never hope to survive without the Grail. Have you no compassion? Have you no heart? No, I don't. Your wish may indeed be a good one, but the fact of the matter is, our needs outweigh your desires. When two noble interests compete like this, the only way to decide which will win is to fight. Might does not necessarily make right. No, it doesn't. I don't like to think of myself as being especially mighty either. Now that I've been summoned as a servant, I have to win, no matter what. What about you? What do you think? I'm sorry. I wish we didn't have to take this Grail, but we do. Didn't really sound that sincere there. I see. Hey, do your eyes still work? Shinkei? Then get a good look at this while you can. This is my blade, the one that failed to reach Qin Shi Huang's throat. It's beautiful. I'm sorry for tricking you like that. I really am. The thing is, this blade still has some life in it. Even now, I keep polishing it so it can help me right the world's wrongs and rid of evil. I see. Then, it wouldn't be right to put it on display. This museum's collection has to be of artifacts from the past. How beautiful, how inspiring. Art can only be created when our most basic needs have been met. History is the time spun from our obsessions. No matter how many eras pass by, or how stagnant the times may become, as long as there are moments that speak directly to our hearts, both art and history will continue to exist. But this museum can only display relics of the past, which have no work yet to complete. Not works of art that are still taking shape. It wouldn't be right to make exhibits from objects which are still being used. I see, so that means the Holy Grail's role is still not complete. No, it isn't. Our journey has yet to reach its end. So we'd like you to wait just a little longer for us to finish it. What he said. I can't accept this. My attachments and obsessions refuse to allow me to let go. But then again, if they are still in the middle of their journey, and their heroics remain as yet incomplete, then perhaps I simply have no choice. I look forward to your next visit. Oh, guess that's that then. This sure ain't the way I would have chosen to end this, but oh well. You think? I had a lot of fun, personally. Later, you stiff. Next time we meet, I hope it's on opposing sides. That way, I'll get to give you the ass kicking you so richly deserve. Good one. I always made a point to never get into fights with people stronger than me. Anyway, see you guys around. Make sure you put that stolen holy grail... stolen holy grail to good use. I confirm the holy grail is safely in your possession. Initiating return sequence now. Great job, everyone. I guess it's over then. Way to go, guys. I can't say I'm not a little disappointed that we never really got to fight anyone. But, oh well. It was kind of fun pretending to be someone else. I haven't done that since I was alive. Still alive. I, for one, enjoyed being this physician and helping people. Yes, this was nice. It just goes to show that not every problem needs to be solved by violence. So stealth missions are nice, sometimes. I'm horrible with diplomacy, though. What about you, Watanabe no Suna? What did you think of this mission? To be perfectly honest... Yes? I was a little scared to cut down an ally. I am really sorry about that. It's nothing you need to apologize for, Master. If anyone owes us an apology, it's Amakusa Shiro. Sorry about that. I would also have liked to spend a little more time perusing the museum. There were many fascinating things here I would like to observe more closely. But those are ultimately of little concern. As long as I was able to contribute to this brilliant heist, that is more than enough for me. I'm just glad it all worked out. Alright, everyone. This is where he's trying to steal the grail. This is where we part ways. Huh? Where'd that come from? What are you talking about? Well, I am a phantom thief right now. Uh-huh. Huh? Well, yes, that's true, but... And you'd never expect a phantom thief to make the getaway via race shift, would you? I see. So you wish to make your exit in a manner befitting a phantom thief. Okay, so he just wants a dramatic entrance then. Okay, exit then. That's right. So on that note, Master, my fellow servants, the Holy Grail is mine! Ha ha ha, farewell. The phantom thief's laughter echoed across the cold moonlit sky. He leapt from rooftop to rooftop, as though he were dancing into the sky itself. He seemed to fly, free as a bird, the entire world his oyster. And as they silently looked up at him, the boy, probe, assassin, doctor, samurai all had the same thought. He'd better not try to keep that Holy Grail for himself. Ha 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 ha, the Holy Grail is mine! The phantom thief continued to laugh, paying no heed to the suspicious looks aimed his way. That would be in character for him. What if we did something with the roof? We could cut the whole thing off and jump down before anyone knew what's happening. If we can't destroy the case without being found out, we can just take the whole thing, case and all. I'm pretty sure they'd catch you in the act right away. I must say, Professor, I expected you to come up with something a bit more elegant. I'm afraid heavily guarded places aren't well suited to fetch the call for physical spectacle. No, such places are ideal for psychological traps, such as the one you employed here. Still, even my dotage, complete with my poor, much space back, I am still the Napoleon of crime. somebody say my name? I didn't mean you. Anyways, the thing you really gotta be careful about when attacking museums or churches is the aftermath. Trust me on that one. I still think we should find a way to eliminate the free servants without fighting them. They're the biggest obstacle in our way, after all. What about a big net? One big enough to snag the grail and its case. Very well then, let's go over our options one more time. Hey Prof, quit trying to seduce Voyager to a life of crime. Come on, Brother Suna. Don't you let him get away with this either. They're plotting ways that they could have done it. Oh, Amakusa memory? Oh, hello. Is this Shishimabara? Yes, it is. Well, my Mindscape's version of it anyway. This place has always existed right alongside peace ever since the dawn of time. It was here when I was alive, and it's here in your time too. No matter the era or place, there will always be someone hiding and crying behind the illusion of peace. But even so, coming here now never fails to help me relax. Help me to relax. A burning landscape. Weird taste. Why's that? Because I'm the only one here. There's no one around moaning in agony, and no one trying desperately to leave something of value behind. It's completely deserted, with only flames for company, and that's why I can relax here. After all, what could be better than a hell without people? But you're still here, right? That's okay, I'm used to hell. Do you think I should try to get used to it too? Good question. There would certainly be pros and cons to it. Personally, I can't say I'm in favor. Yes, once you get used to hell, you may be able to see some gruesome sights without freaking out. The ability to adapt to all manner of hardships is one of humanity's greatest strengths, after all. But the consequence of getting used to something is that, by definition, you become desensitized to it. So once you get used to a hell like this, you may no longer see life as precious. And that's definitely not a good thing. There can't be anything missing from the ordinary times we are trying to take back. We need to restore everything, or all your hard work will be wasted. That's why only the dead should be here. Now wake up, Master. You still have a long journey ahead of you. Okay, I will. Great. We'll see you at Caldia. Our natural dream walking abilities again. There is good and evil in this world, and evil always wins. One man could not tolerate this injustice, and so he tried to steal the happiness from the impossibly distant future. He never managed to make it there, but that didn't slow him down. He cracked a wry smile at his lot in life. No matter how he struggled, or how many defeats he faced, nothing could stop him from dreaming of a happier future. And so, he would steal again. He would steal happiness, peace, and love, and distribute them all equally. He would travel the whole world, steal fate and retribution, and leave them to rot. He could steal all the evil from this world, and in its place, share only the good. For that is what a Phantom Thief is meant to do. That's debatable. Because some Phantom Thieves are just literally just for stealing. Or did I misunderstand something? Holy Grail get 2 missions to do, and the high difficulty challenge quest. But I'm gonna end it here. I'll post my run through of the challenge quest with no commentary, just see how long it takes me. So Whoever may see this, thank you for watching, and toodaloo. That was weird for me.